You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and it's time now for your expanded local news. Communities across the area will pause on Tuesday to honor those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces as part of Veterans Day observances. In Taylorville, a special Veterans Day ceremony will take place at 1 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. The event will include the dedication of Wall Number 7 and the new space program flag. The wall was purchased by Gold Star families in honor of their loved ones who gave their lives in service to the nation. Pastor Chad Zook, who is also a veteran, will be among the speakers, along with members of the Gold Star Families Group, who will share what it means to them to be a part of that community. Organizers are inviting the public to attend and help pay tribute to all veterans and their families for not only their service, but their sacrifice. Central Cremation Center will again host their annual Veterans Day breakfast on Wednesday, November 12th at the Mount Zion Convention Center. Doors will open at 8:30 a.m., and breakfast will begin being served at 9 a.m. Now in its third year, the gathering has become a time for veterans to bring together and also their guests together to share a meal and reflect on the service and sacrifice of those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. Breakfast is being donated by Diamond's Family Restaurant, and this year's breakfast will also feature coffee and donuts from Big Hungry's Daylight Donuts. The Maroa Forsyth High School Honors Choir will perform patriotic songs as part of the morning, adding a special touch to the meal. The event is made possible through the generosity of sponsors like Prairie State Bank and Trust, Dale's South Lake Pharmacy, and Colley's Corner Drugs. Many other local businesses are helping support the Veterans Day breakfast as well, and with sponsor tables set up for guests to visit with door prizes donated again. Veterans planning to attend are asked to RSVP by calling 217-859-8100. Each veteran is welcome to bring a guest. And for more details, contact Brett Zerfowski at Central Cremation Center at 217-859-8100 or email Brett Z, BRETTZ, at centralcremationcenter.com. The various hunting seasons are coming and going at Lake Shelbyville, and the youth season is over, while duck season and several others are coming up. Officials want to be sure that hunters and those enjoying the area for other purposes stay safe this hunting season. This is especially important regarding water activities as temperatures begin to dip. There are also ways for community members to lend their time to these efforts and many others that are relating to Lake Shelbyville. Brock Key is a natural resources specialist with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which oversees the lake. He says certain trails will be closed in line with hunting periods.
November 21st through the 23rd is the first shotgun season. December 4th through the 7th is the second shotgun season, and then muzzle loader season, December 12th through the 14th.
Will that be posted anywhere, Brock?
Yes, so we're gonna put barricades out to mark off the trails. They are not closed during archery season, which is currently going. We just ask people to use common sense, possibly wear orange blaze if they're walking the trails. Just make yourself seen, sure. Basically. So yeah, that's pretty much update on the trail system. If you haven't gotten out there, please get out there and enjoy it.
Key also goes on to talk water safety. He says people should wear a life jacket if nothing else, as not wearing one often plays a role in preventable water deaths.
So with the cold weather approaching, obviously, if anyone knows the Corps of Engineers or has interacted with the park rangers here, we are very adamant about water safety. It's our highest priority, the safety on the water. Obviously always wear a life jacket when you're on a boat, if you're on or near the water. But nearly 9 out of 10 water-related deaths involve individuals who are not wearing a life jacket. So that's 90% basically of water fatalities. And it only takes 20 seconds for a child to drown and 60 seconds for an adult. So that's a very, very short amount of time.
Sure. And we don't like to talk about.
No,
we need
right.
To know.
And especially with the cold weather coming up, and it, obviously we don't like the cold weather, but it's a part of Illinois winters.
Anyone looking forward to exploring the lake's trails can expect new bridges on the Illini trails. They came about thanks in part to federal funding.
So we have, I don't know if some of the audience out there knows, but we did have new bridges put on the Little Illini and the Chief Illini Trail. They are spectacular. Actually, they were done through the federal highway, federal highway funds, and they are very, very nice. So if you guys haven't got out and enjoyed the fall weather on some of the trails, be sure to check out the Little Illini or the Chief Illini Trail and look for those new bridges. But
cool. We're real proud of our trail system.
yeah, and they're really, really nice, Mark. I was impressed. I was really impressed.
Staff are looking for volunteers to help keep operations running. Volunteers can be assigned to a particular portion of the lake or the visitor center. Those who volunteer are provided free use of a campsite as a show of gratitude.
Several volunteer positions open. You can just call our office if you're interested at 217-774-3951 and ask for myself, Brock, or Beth, and we can hopefully get you set up with a volunteer position.
You know, frequently volunteers don't volunteer to get what they can get, but you'll offer.
Yeah, so if you yeah, that's a good point, Mark. So if you volunteer at any of our campgrounds or at the visitor center, we will give you a free full hookup campsite for the year, or for the time that you volunteer. We kind of lean towards people that can do it for the whole year, just because we're not changing volunteers in and out, which makes it rather complicated throughout the year. So, but you will get a free full hookup campsite in one of the campgrounds. So
more information on Lake Shelbyville is available at lakeshelbyville.com. Brock Key appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Looking to save more and stress less? This is Will Perkins. At Taylorville Community Credit Union, we're here to help you build a stronger financial future with great loan and deposit rates, convenient locations, and service from people you know and trust. We're member-owned, member-focused, and proud to serve anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, or Shelby counties. Discover the credit union difference. TCCU is your partner in financial success. Member NCUA.
November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and the University of Illinois Extension wants to do its part to educate the community on this disease. A report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention showed just over 11% of people in the United States had diabetes in 2021. Extension leaders are looking to spread awareness on the specifics of diabetes, what to look out for, and how to best make adjustments for those with the condition. Lisa Peterson is an educator in nutrition and wellness with the University of Illinois Extension. She says simple food swaps can help prevent certain forms of diabetes and also mitigate the effects of the condition for those who do already have it.
Things like using non-starchy vegetables for your appetizers. So things like broccoli, cauliflower, celery, things that won't raise your blood sugar quite as much. Why is November National Diabetes Awareness Month? It's really to tell people kind of what to watch for symptoms. So we have a lot of different types of diabetes. We have type 1, type 2. We've got the pregnancy version of it as well. But the ones we really focus on are those first two types. And that's type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is where your body is producing no insulin at all. Type 2 is where your body doesn't know what to do with it. So, but kind of common symptoms we see with people with diabetes is urination, like going to the bathroom a little bit more. You're very, very thirsty. You might have blurred vision. You might be feeling really tired. You're noticing slow healing. So if you cut yourself and you're not healing quite as fast as you normally would. Weight loss. That's what people don't realize. That could be a symptom of type 1 diabetes. So if you're like, well, I'm eating all this food, but I'm still losing weight. Why is that? And that is something, go visit your doctor. Go get tested for diabetes for that.
Peterson believes the campaign and the extension's involvement in it will help people be more comfortable talking about diabetes.
And that's the idea of it. And we always say it's not just the person who has diabetes who's dealing with it. It's the family members too. I mean, personally, I have a sister who's a type 1 diabetic and I've grown up with it. And that's something where, again, the entire family learns how to carb count. We learn what symptoms to watch for. If she starts acting a little funny, we know what to look for, where you need to step in. So we do offer classes with Extension on diabetes. I'm hoping to do a few more in the new year where we talk about how to eat with diabetes. That's the big thing that we focus on in Extension. But you can always go to our website as well, go.illinois.edu/diabetes, and learn more about how to get diagnosed. We go into the food side of it. We have recipes on there.
And with the Thanksgiving and December holidays approaching, now is the time to begin thinking about what will be served. There are nutritional benefits to different kinds of meat, and the order in which we can eat certain foods in the meal plays a factor as well.
Yes, white meat is going to be our leanest when we talk about the bird itself, have less saturated fat. However, that dark meat, even though it is a little bit higher in that fat and cholesterol, still has less than red meat. So there's still definitely benefits to the dark meat. It's got iron in it, zinc, B vitamins, things we often struggle with. A lot of times when we talk about the holidays too, it's portions. How big of sizes of food we're eating. So again, thinking about when we talk about meat, protein should be about the size of a deck of cards. Your serving should. It's about 3 ounces or so. People, when they're trying to watch for maintenance of weight when it comes to the holidays, my suggestion is when you sit down to eat, the first thing you eat are fruits and vegetables. It's when you're the most hungry. It's going to fill you up the fastest, and then go for the other things. So yes, you're getting in the nutrients that are going to help give you energy throughout the day, but you're still eating mashed potatoes. You're still eating that turkey. You're still eating the stuffing. Your just first focus are those fruits and vegetables.
And one way to learn about providing nutritious appetizers for guests this holiday season is at the Extension's upcoming charcuterie class. It's scheduled for Thursday, December 11th at 10:30 at Pana Community Hospital.
And we always say we're after the same thing. We want to help our community be healthier, get people together, talk about nutrition, talk about food. But this class we are going to have the groups practice making charcuterie boards. So that actual literal translation means a pork butcher shop when we talk about charcuterie. However, what we're doing is meat and cheese. Of course, that is a focus on this boards, but also fruits and vegetables. So we have you practice and we have you make a charcuterie board. I do teach you how to do the salami roses that we put on there to make it look pretty. But again, we eat with our eyes. So what we look at, we're going to eat. So we do focus on making sure we're getting fruits and vegetables on there. This class is really focused on cheese as well. So I talk a lot about kind of the lower fat cheeses, lower sodium cheeses. We do talk about storage of cheese as well. And we also talk about those with lactose intolerance. So these low lactose cheeses like cheddar, Swiss, Monterey Jack, mozzarella, things you can find again for dietary purposes.
More information on the University of Illinois Extension is available at extension.illinois.edu. Lisa Peterson appeared as a guest on the WTIM Morning Show. The Taylorville Fire Department has received a $5,000 grant from Norfolk Southern through the company's Safety First grant program. The funding will be used to improve the department's communication systems by helping purchase new portable radios and pagers. These upgrades are expected to enhance needed coordination during emergency responses. The department said the additional equipment will bolster its ability to respond quickly and effectively to emergencies, ensuring firefighters can stay connected during intense scenes. The donation also supports efforts to modernize more of the tools first responders use every day to protect Taylorville and surrounding communities. Launched in 2023, the company's grant programs provide assistance to organizations working in the area of safety and workforce development. Through the Safety First grant program, Norfolk Southern says the effort intends to recognize those who serve to keep others safe. Taylorville Fire Chief Matt Aderman shared his department's appreciation for the support and noted that the new equipment will make a difference in protecting local residents. Ag groups continue to monitor New World screwworm and bird flu headlines. Tasha Bunting serves as the Director of Commodity Programs and Food Systems for the Illinois Farm Bureau. She provided an update to RFD Radio. Bunting says that the Illinois Farm Bureau will be leading a market study tour to Mexico as of next March. DTN ag meteorologist John Baranick is reviewing winter weather models. He says Illinois could see above normal precipitation this winter. Meteorological winter runs December through February. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Life happens, and CNB Insurance Services is here to help protect what matters most. From your home and car to your farm and business, our local team works with top providers to find the coverage that fits your life. No pressure, just honest guidance from people you know and trust. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854.
Insurance products are not insured by FDIC or any federal government agency, are not a deposit of or guaranteed by the bank or any bank affiliate, and may lose value. Any insurance required as a condition of the extension of credit by CNB Bank and Trust and may not be purchased from our agency, but paid without the approval of the application or an extension of credit. Be purchased from an agent or insurance company of the customer's choice.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
When it comes to organizing your life, Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville has some words of advice. Consider pre-planning your funeral. The death of a loved one can be a traumatic event in people's lives, and you can spare your family the burden of planning a funeral when they are grieving. Sutton Memorial Home knows that establishing a pre-arrangement assures that important decisions and your personal selection are made in advance and spares your family an additional burden at their time of loss. Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Caring is what they do best.
63-year-old Sandra Jo Brockamp of Greenup, Illinois, died on November 2nd. Visitation is November 12th from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be November 12th at 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery, and funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. 90-year-old Connie Sue Phelps Bingham Stewart of Powder Springs, Georgia, formerly of Morrisonville, died on March 6th. A combination graveside service with Glenn Stewart Jr. will be on November 13th at 11 a.m. at Morrisonville Cemetery. It will be held with Veterans Honors and Masonic rites. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Asali Funeral Home in Morrisonville. 88-year-old Nellie Fleming of Rochester died on October 21st. Visitation is November 13th from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be November 13th at 11 a.m. at Sutton Memorial Home in Taylorville. Funeral arrangements are being handled by Sutton Memorial Home. 84-year-old Sharon Irene Yonker of Taylorville died on November 5th. Visitation is November 13th from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Funeral service will be on November 14th at 10 a.m. at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Taylorville. Burial will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home and cremation services in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or hear them every hour on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.